met up with ADV Ryan. His name is Ryan, but he did an open invite to a bunch of people on a local group. And anyhow, much thanks to Ryan for putting it together. Otherwise, I wouldn't have went out and spent the day riding as much as I did or had such a good time. It was definitely adventure. So that's where we met. There's a graveyard actually right off the Natchez Trace. This isn't far from Centerville or Columbia, Tennessee. It's kind of out in between there. And you can see there was quite a few people that showed up. We got like 14 or 16 people that showed, and we all got together. There was a little bit of a safety brief, but I'm kind of suspicious that half people turned their ears off. We got out to riding. We were having a good time. There was a lot of water crossings. And in case you're not familiar, this is the Dirt Devil. So it's around, I don't know who coined the name, but it's around Centerville and all these other areas. You can find it on your own map. So it's got a lot of water crossings, which is really good. And this was a couple of days after a rain. So the rain had had a couple of days to clear all the waterways and everything. It wasn't like at full capacity, which I'll show you here in a little bit. A lot of dirt roads out here, and so it's a lot of fun for adventure riders, and that's what we did. We all gathered together and went and checked it out. I was expecting the water to be a lot deeper than what it was, so like being able to cross all these creeks is really nice. We didn't really have any issues crossing the creeks. It made for a really good day of riding, and all the dirt was kind of moist from the rain, and that made for a low dust day, which was really nice when you got a pack of like 14 or 16 people, and we did have quite a few people. And this was a really cool water crossing, and the water crossings are like half the fun because these are really just dirt roads. They're not like really hard to traverse. But check this out. That dude was getting it, man. And watch as he exits. That's why I did the slow-mo, and I enter. I knew it was deep, so I hit it hard. Watch, he does a wheelie, and I'm just nailing it. You see that big splash of water? This was a couple of weeks prior when it had just rained, and you see all that debris. That's how high the water had gotten, but it had already receded. So this video shot a couple weeks prior, just a day or two after the rain, a heavy rain actually. This is another shot just kind of showing you the emphasis. That water was a whole lot deeper than it is now when we're out there riding with ADV Ryan. So coming out of that, I knew that water was deep, and I figured somebody was going to go down, so I did what every good riding buddy does. I turned around because I figured somebody's going to stall out, somebody's going to have a mess. Also, I didn't see anybody behind me, so that's kind of the general rule with all the guys that I've ridden with, is that whenever you can't see somebody behind you, you stop and you wait for them to catch up, or you turn around and go figure out what happened to them. So I turned around for the reasons I just mentioned, and sure enough, we had a guy that stalled out in the water, and everybody was kind of stopped down there. That's him right there. Fortunately, it wasn't a real big issue. He was able to resolve it fairly quickly, and we got back on the road. This was him. I thought with that basket, I thought he was on a KLR. That was fun. So these trees are marked with a purple paint, and that paint has a specific reason. Purple paint is saying private property, no trespassing. It does vary by state, but it's good to know these things when you're riding around and you see paint on all the trees. It's good to know, like, yo, you can't cross this area. Stay on the road.
How we doing, dude?
You think that's crossable for everybody?
What's that?
What's coming up?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember what's coming up. If we go this way, it's a hill climb.
The Long Creek crossing.
Oh yeah.
It runs along the creek, off to the right.
It's been a long time since I've ran that creek crossing. I'll let you guys scout it first.
So that's what I was thinking. Is somebody should go down there and see
what it's like,
if it's passable. Because
you want to run down there with me?
Sure.
A good idea, because you might lose
Yeah.
a third of your people.
Yeah, I know. That told him like there's not much turnaround space either.
You got novices down here. Dude.
So we'll check it out.
So video never does justice to hill climbs, descents, lean angles, angle of terrain, like none of it. Water crossing, the depths, the burnouts, like video just does not do justice. This hill, it's not so bad at first, but then as you get down it, it really gets into the fun part. It's not horrible, and I did it on my 50/50 tires going up and down it, but it's definitely the fun part. But at the bottom of this hill is more of a river than a stream, and there ain't no turnaround space, so you really you can't go down there and just not, I mean, you could turn around, but it's a pain in the butt. I know half of you thinking, I ain't crossing that. First time I saw it, I was like, no way, we're going across that? Where's the other side? It's downstream.
He just went through it. It only got just past the bottom of his boot.
Talking the right?
Yeah, just. It seems doable, but it is a little bit.
It's deep right there.
A little bit high. Yeah, you can see that.
This guy's shredding it, just giving it the juice. Kudos to him. That guy gets a juice reward.
He did it last year and did 5 and I did. Wheel deep, look at it.
Yeah.
Stay at home and play with it. Don't stay too far to the left.
Get it, get it. You gotta give it the juice, man. Give it the juice.
So yeah, we had fun with that water crossing. Everybody made it across fine, except for the couple of people that didn't make it at all because they didn't try. I don't know what happened to them, if it was intimidation, fear, or they had other obligations. But man, meeting with a group of randos and riding, I wish people parked. Man, guys I've ridden with before, the riding groups, they don't even know how to park. Parking seems to be an issue all the time. So I'm gonna teach y'all the French fry method in another video. Yeah, it's all about parking. After the bridge shot, we got some good photo ops going on there. My buddy Ward here, he showed up and he knew where I was at because I sent him my location. I did location sharing with him the whole time.
Turn it back on.
So he came out, but man, he showed up like a bat out of hell. He came in doing a wheelie, like, ah! Then he drops the wheelie, runs through the whole group, goes to the back of the group, just rips it, just does a burnout and spins around. Anyways, that's Ward. Ward's awesome. He rides great, and he likes to go fast, but he's also a good rider and a great ride lead. So Ward came out and got to ride around with us, and we had some good times. So the road that we're coming up on is a must-see road. So if you live, or if you travel out there to the Dirt Devil area near Centerville, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, 438 East Beaver Dam Road is a must, whether you're on a sport bike, adventure bike, whatever. Go check it out, it's beautiful. This is what it looks like.
ground, trying to not think about you, whilst you're in my mind, screaming loud. Still so lost, scared of...
After Beaver Dam Road, we went west on Highway 50 and then turned off on another road and hit some more dirt track. It was a pretty good time, but as usual, it's not enough for Ward. See, Ward had this idea in the back of his head. Hey, we shouldn't be here. We should be going over there and having adventures. These people stop too much. This road was really cool. The way the creeks crossed it and the rocks on the road and just the terrain all together. It was challenging and fun and not dangerous. Just, it was a good time. Look at that. The way the water just flows through the land and the path kind of goes through these waterways simultaneously. It makes for good times out on the trails. So we did experience a little bit of dust here, as you see, kicking up. But for a full day of riding, that little bit of dust is nothing compared to other trails that I've been on, roads and stuff. Right there, I rip into it, and these guys started slowing down and pulling off right after a water crossing. Bad idea. Bad idea, but also bad idea to be getting into it like full throttle, because what happens is you got one person hitting the throttle. Meanwhile, other people are stopping in the trail. So if you're with a group, pull off if you're going to be slowing down or stopping. And then also don't be the guy that's doing burnouts all the time and running up on people. So it's a little bit of both in this scenario. And so we had a close call, and I'll replay that so you can hear. I was revving my throttle, like saying like, yo, y'all got to get out of the way. Y'all can't just like stop in the middle of the... Fortunately, we didn't bump into each other, and it was all good. And that's what ADV Ride's all about. It's just adventure and fun. Like, have a good time. Have fun, right? So at that point, I told Ward kind of what happened there and why I was like swerving between everybody. Ward's like, all right, well, let's go. He just punches it. It was really neat. I hadn't been out here until this ride. There's kind of like a waterfall off to the left and just a nice stopping point in this valley area. And you can see there's some side-by-sides and some Jeepers just hanging out, because they like to come out here and check out all the beautiful scenery and the nice trails as well. So Ward's like, hey bro, you want to split from this group? I want to ride. They're stopping too much. Let's rip it. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna take a leak and we'll go. So that's what we did. Look at the water flowing through here. It's just really beautiful landscape. It's not something you see everywhere, but there's a few people who live out here. They get to see that stuff regularly. It's really beautiful. So there I was, hitting the trails with Ward, like, yo bro, let's just go shred some tires. And coming up around this curve, I was pushing it. I just wasn't ready for it mentally. I went through the water and then I was like, curve. And I pushed it right there to the edge. You see that? That was kind of a close call. My butthole puckered on that one. It wasn't even like dramatic. It was just like, dang it. I wasn't paying attention. So right here, it was funny because I'm stopping and I'm like, hey, we got to go that way, but that way looks like it's really deep, but it's not deep. And I'm talking about like going off through the forest here. And then Ward's just like, hey, why don't we just try the trail on the right side, because it doesn't look hard. And what was a conundrum in my head was just easily solved. And sometimes you just got to open your mind to the possibilities. I tell you, it probably would have been more fun if we had went off into the forest and then come back out.
That was fun.
But all the puddles out here in Tennessee, none of them that I've run across are like big sinkholes. They're all pretty solid underneath, like there's rock. So there's muddy water, but you can go through it and it's not gonna eat you. They never do. That's nice.
Fancy seeing you guys here.
I'll go down Old Salt Lick.
We all rode wheelies all the way here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you didn't even see us pass you?
All your front tires are really clean.
He took us down. I've been down this road. I don't know what any freaking names of these roads are. I just like follow my daggum GPS, man.
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, just following the line.
Yeah. It's like I know
It's
it,
good
but-
today.
So this little stretch of road runs right along 40, I-40. It's kind of neat. You look over, you see the freeway. And then there's this little hidden gym, a nice little hill climb, not big, but man, you come out of that thing and you're like, oh man, I'm glad that no cars were driving by at that time, because you can't see what's coming or going. Fortunately, these roads aren't heavily trafficked, so that was good. Snack time!
Want some balls?
If you know me, you know, gotta have some snacks. I'm always hungry. And we didn't have like an actual lunch during this day, so I was snacking a lot. I even ran out of water. And Ward was like, I got some water. We don't need to stop somewhere for water. Here you go, Duke. You can have my water.
Yeah.
This was a little bit different. Me and Ward we actually stopped, turned around, and the turnaround was kind of fun. Just so we could record this, because the water is like a creek through the roadway, and it's really cool. But I have to remind you, the video is not justice for like the actual experience and seeing it in person. You guys got to get out there and ride more. This stuff, the video just doesn't justify how awesome it was. People out there in their little Ranger buggy looking for a good time. I think they found it. There was some more nice water crossings like this one. But really, it was getting near the end of the day. It was like almost 5 o'clock, and I told Ward that I only plan on riding to like 3, and I stayed out there for a couple, like I wanted to be home by 3, which means I was done riding by like 2. So I had really been pushing it. It was almost 5 o'clock. I'm like, dude, I gotta get going. It's been a really good time. So thanks, Ward, for coming out and riding with me, because man, he really spiced things up. Thanks, ADV Ryan right there, for setting up the ride so I would get out there in the first place.
That was fun.
I'm Duke of Texas. If you enjoyed my content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Remember, most important thing, live free, ride hard. Thanks for watching, guys.